Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Carly and you're watching Sewscape. On this channel, I like to talk about sewing and Burda style and thrifting fabric. So today I'm going to show you, it's actually 2 months worth of makes. So it's everything I've been sewing recently. I don't know if you guys watched my last video, but I sewed a coat on here, and after that I had like major filming burnout and I had major sewing burnout. So I just wanted to spend all my time and energy that I could on creating actual garments instead of creating content. So I've missed quite a few weeks of filming, but it really paid off and I'm coming back revived, and this is one of my best collections I've ever created, and it was so fun for my creative process, and I'm just in love with every piece that I sewed. So I'm gonna work backwards from kind of everything that I've sewn here in November, and then I'll go back through everything I sewed in October. There's not a ton, but doing the 2 months together, it feels like a lot. So my most recent make comes from the November 2023 issue of Burda Style, and that is Viscose Dress 118. And so I've made some alterations to this dress. I made it out of a thrifted stretch crepe fabric, and I've never worked with a stretch woven before, I don't think. Maybe. Anyways, it was pretty tough when I was putting in the zipper. It gave me a bit of trouble, but I literally sewed this up in an evening when I put my son to bed. I did the tracing, the cutting out, and the sewing all in one go. This morning I did kind of hem it and decide on the sleeve length, but it was a super easy make and I would recommend it to anyone. So the fabric was a thrifted stretch woven crepe, and I made a size 42 on this pattern. I didn't grade out to a 46 on the hip or anything, which I normally do. So I just made a straight 42, and it looked like a giant hunk of fabric when I bought it. So I thought I would have enough to do this, because in the cutting layout for this pattern, it has you cut it on the bias. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna cut this on a bias. It'll be fine. It won't use that much fabric. I think it was calling for like 3.25 meters or something. And I think I had maybe 2 meters, probably not even. I probably had 2 yards. And so I had to shorten the sleeves on this. So in the pattern piece, it has these long billowy sleeves. And I was thinking I was gonna have to do it sleeveless, because really I had nothing left. Once I cut out all the pieces, I cut the sleeves last. And so I ended up being able to sew these little t-shirt sleeves. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make them cap sleeve or anything. So I just followed the grain line and made it even across. And I think it was like in a 3-inch underarm length. And so when I tried it on, I really thought it made the dress look more casual. I feel like on longer dresses, it's easy for them to start looking super dressy. And with the print too, I'm like, is this gonna look too done up? But I think having those little t-shirt sleeves on there really makes this a day-to-day dress. And I just love the color. I never wear this tomato orange or a print this busy, but I think it really works, and it goes with the rest of my fall themed collection. Now we're at the end of fall. Next month will be the beginning of my winter sewing plans, and I'm just not ready. I feel like I just filmed my beginning of fall plans, but yeah. So I love this dress. I give it a 10 out of 10. I left off any of the tie detail. I made it really simple, and I feel like I can just choose to put on a belt if I want to put on a belt. But honestly, I like this just as is, and I'm a belt kind of girl, so that's saying something. So the next garment I'm going to show you comes from the October 2023 issue of Burda Style Magazine, and this is Viscose Blouse 117. So this fabric was so graciously given to me by my husband's best friend's mom, who gave me a whole bunch of fabric. If you've watched some of these videos and you're like, oh, she has all this fabric coming from a friend of hers, that's who it's coming from. And she has this lovely hippie paisley style. So a lot of the fabric she gave me has this kind of 70s nod to it. And I just love how it fits with the last dress and just the general vibe that I want to bring to fall. So I made this in a size 42. I followed the pattern. I didn't make any alterations to the bodice. But what I ended up doing is on the sleeves, I have this favorite sleeve pattern, and it comes from, it might be April 2022, no, it would have been 2023 Burda Style. It was this lovely maxi dress, and I'm putting this flutter sleeve on literally everything. Anything that I don't have that much fabric for, or just I want it a little bit more casual and fun and flowy. I feel like the flutter sleeve really is flattering on me. So I'm gonna put that in the description what the pattern is that I use the sleeve off of, but I've been putting it on everything. I've just left it on my bookshelf, and then every time I need to do a sleeve, I use this pattern if I have enough fabric. So yeah, I made a size 42. I love it. It's very sheer. So in this video, I'm not wearing a nude bra. So you might see my bra in it, but that is fine. And yeah, it's really cute, very fall-like and casual. I feel like I could wear this on a Sunday hanging out with my family, or I could wear it to work and dress it up and make it look really classy. So I love this top. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. So the next thing I'm gonna show you is this beautiful skirt that I also sewed from the October 2023 issue of Burda Style. And so this skirt is cotton skirt 124. And I made my version out of a viscose wool that I bought at Fabricland. And this was in the clearance section in the summertime. And I bought 2 meters of it, and in my head I was envisioning a Chanel inspired coat little jacket with a pencil skirt. And in the summer I was planning on doing it as a mini skirt, kind of at the early end of fall, but time flew by and I just couldn't stop thinking about this beautiful fabric that was in my stash. I couldn't let it go until next year. And when I saw this pattern in the Burda Style, I loved the kind of below the knee pencil skirt look. I have a big butt. Like compared to my waist, my butt measurement is pretty big, and I feel like sometimes in pencil skirts it can be not that flattering, but I really leaned into it and even accentuated that hip line and curved it in on the inside so it really, you know, hugged the curves. And I love how this turned out. I'm really discovering my sense of style, and I feel like this is really classy. I would not wear this hanging out around my house because, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna wash this wool. Let me know how you guys wash the wool in the comment section down below, but I've worn this every week since I've made it to work, and I get a ton of compliments on it. On this pattern, I did a size 42 at the waist, grading out to a 46 at the hip, and then grading back down to a 44. So yeah, 42, 46, 44. And then I even took in the waist a little bit, just to make sure it was my exact waist measurement. I didn't want to put the belt loops on this. I still have them if I want to put them on in the future, but I feel like the fit on this is pretty perfect, so I won't have to wear a belt with it. But we'll see if I want to wear a belt with it, because you know I am a belt kind of girl. But maybe I'm evolving from that. Maybe this is what's happening. I don't know. So I love this. And then to go along with it, the coat pattern, let me find the pattern number because it was from a long time ago. It came out in the summer, I think. So the jacket pattern that I made is boucle jacket, oh no, sorry, jacquard jacket 115 from the August 2023 issue of Burda Style. So I made a lot of alterations to this pattern. I did not put the top pockets on, I only put the bottom pockets on. And I shortened the length, I think by like 3 inches, because I wanted this to hit just right below. I cut it off right at the bottom of the pockets. And I did this because I really wanted to accentuate my waist when I was wearing this pencil skirt, to try to make it not look too matronly. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I feel like my image for this set is sexy, classy, beautiful, timeless. And I feel like with my body measurements, if I have things hit right at my high hip, I don't get that waist definition that I feel really cinches me in. So I made this jacket in a size 42. I lined it with the same lining I used for the skirt, which was just like a coffee colored acetate lining, and it feels really nice against the skin. I also bought the lining at Fabricland. So these two pieces together cost me, I think it was like $15 to make. And I'm just over the moon with it. Well, zippers now, zippers are like $5. I can't believe how expensive they are getting. I'm feeling like I need to start ordering them online, but I never know the color. Let me know if you guys have any affordable ways to find zippers and notions and stuff like that. I feel like finding fabric is really easy for me, but the notions is getting more difficult. And the last two garments that I made were kind of a little mini collection of their own. They were the garments that I sewed in October rather than November, they were from the October issue of Burda Style. I sewed quite a bit from the October issue, not too much from the November issue. So this blouse that I sewed was silk, they call it Silk Blouse 114 from the October 2023 issue of Burda Style. And so I made mine out of a lace on top and then a crushed velvet for the bodice and the cuffs. And so the lace I bought at Fabricland for a steal of a deal, and then the velvet was given to me by my great aunt, and I had the tiniest little piece of velvet, and let me tell you, I used every single piece of it. In my mind, I wanted the whole bodice to be velvet, and I was just gonna crop it and not do the lace underneath. But I didn't have enough fabric, so I had to do the lace underneath, and it turned out really cute. I'm so proud of this top. I get a ton of compliments on it. I love the kind of kitty cat neckline. It has these two little points coming down here, and I feel like it's so cute, but it's very tight on my neck. So I have to just tell myself I'm not gonna die, wear it in the name of fashion, but normally when I wear it to work, I kind of unbutton the top of the lace until the bottom, because then you can see cute necklaces and stuff, but I feel like it doesn't have the same effect as when you wear it all buttoned up with the little cornered collar coming down. And so the only downside to this top is it's really itchy to wear. It's really itchy on the seams, and I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. It deters me from wearing it. I feel like I would wear this kind of on the weekly rotation, except it's really itchy on my shoulders and underarms. The lace is just so itchy. So if you guys have any ideas on how I can change up those seams so they're not as itchy without having to wear a top under them, because I really like that lace being shown through. Unlike here, this is the same lace on this one. So in that blouse I made a size 42, and I don't think I altered anything. Maybe I made the velvet part slightly shorter than it was supposed to be, but if I did, it was just depending on the amount of fabric that I had. So this dress is dress 107 from the October 2023 issue of Burda Style. And so I made the top here out of that same lace that I bought from Fabricland. And then I thrifted this gorgeous satin, and this satin wrinkles like crazy. So let me know, what does that mean? Like, is this a natural fiber? What do you call it? Like a viscose satin, or I have no idea, but it is so soft and silky. So I made a ton of alterations to this dress. So I kept the bodice mostly the same. The only thing that I did is I lengthened it an inch, because it's supposed to kind of have a velvet ribbon that goes around it, which I wouldn't do going forward in the future. I would have left it alone, because I didn't realize the velvet ribbon goes on top. It's not like a waistband that you add on to the seam. So that was my mistake. So my waist sits kind of half an inch higher than the top of the bodice end, so it's a little bit low-waisted on me, but I think that's kind of okay. And so I put the flutter sleeve on this one instead of the long billowy sleeves, because I just love them. And to go along with the flutter sleeve, I did a half circle skirt on the bottom. I think the skirt was just a square, a gathered square, and I just love the drama of a circle skirt, and I wanted to make a pattern and just keep it in my stash so that I could use a half circle skirt on anything where I want a little more fullness. And I finished the hem of this with some 1/2-inch horsehair braid, which really makes the skirt dance, which I think is so beautiful. I just love it. And so I made a size, and that is my whole end of fall collection. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so sorry I haven't been posting as regularly, but I'm gonna try going into winter when I'm home and sewing quite a bit more. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you're planning on sewing for the rest of fall and going into winter. And if you're liking the most recent Burda Style magazines, if you subscribe to them. I hope you guys have the best day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.